Today we're going to go over adding external calendars to our Canvas course. Not just one calendar, but multiple calendars. So let's say you have a scenario where you have two courses or one course with two separate sections. So in Canvas, you can have a calendar per course. So if I were to go into here and I were to go into this course, I can go to settings. Oh, let me close this. I can go to settings and then go to course calendar, and I can have a calendar for this course. But let's say you had two sections. So if I were to add anything to this calendar, and let me add something here, I'll just put in a test assignment or a test event, click on test, and then I have another course, so I'll go to a different course that has the same assignment at the same time. I'll go into settings, close that again, and go into course calendar. I have to duplicate that again, so here we go, test, and click on submit. So that could be tedious, especially if you have more than one section. If you have 4, 5, 6 sections, you have to go into each course calendar and continually update those. What I'm going to show you is how to use your Google Calendar, create several calendars in your Google Calendar, and decide which feed you want to put into each course. So in this scenario, I'll have an event calendar, I'll have an assignment calendar, and I will have a meeting time calendar. And I'm going to, in each one of those, I'm going to create a separate feed to put into each course, so the things that I need that are common to all courses will be brought into the Canvas course, and the things that are specific to each one of those sections will be brought in specifically for that. So I'm going to go to my Google Calendar. So here I am, I'm in Google Calendar, and so I'm going to create a new calendar. I'll click the drop down arrow after my calendars and choose create new calendar, and this first one will be events. And I want to make this public, so I'll make sure that this is public, so wherever I share it, it will be seen by my students. So I'll click on create calendar. Yes, I know I'm making it public, and it should appear in my list here as events. There it is. So I'm going to create another calendar, create a new calendar, and I will call this one assignments. And same thing, share this calendar, make this calendar public, and create calendar. Yes. The next one that I need is for my sections. So I will create a new calendar, and this will be section 1. So these are going to be the meeting times that are specific to section 1. I want to click on that, make this calendar public, and click on create calendar. Yes. And let's say I have another section, so I'll click on create a new calendar, and this is section 2. Share this calendar, make it public, create calendar. Yes. So now I should have these 4 calendars within my list here. So let's see if they appear. Here's section 1, section 2, and then towards the top I have assignments and events. Now let's create a calendar feed specific for section 1. I will choose assignments. I'll click the drop arrow after that and choose share this calendar. And then I'm going to go to calendar details. And under calendar details, I have this option right above where I have the embed this calendar. I have this customize the color size and other options. When I choose this, now I'm going to customize the feed that's going to go into my course. So I want assignments. Here are all the calendars that I have, but I also want events. But I only want the meeting times for section 1, so I'm going to choose section 1. So now these 3 calendars will be added into this feed. Some things that I might want to do is I might want to remove the title, because right now it's just showing the title of my assignments calendar, so I might want to remove that. And here I can actually change my size, and I'm always partial to 1020 by 760, but the default also works. So I'm going to change mine to 1020 by 760. Once I make all of the changes that I want, then I'm going to choose update HTML. And so this code has been updated. Oh, one of the other things that you might want to do is you might want to have specific colors for each one of these. So assignments might be red. So I'm going to click the drop arrow after that and change assignments to red. My events might be, let's say, green. So I'll change that to green. And then my section 1 meeting times might be blue. So let's change that to blue. Oh, did it change? Blue. There we go. So now I have the right colors for the right events, and they will show up that way inside of my calendar. Now I'll click on Update HTML, and I can Control A to grab all of this code, Control C to copy it, and I'm going to put this into my Canvas course. So I'll go back to Canvas. I'm going to choose which course I want to put this into, so I'll go to this course here. And I'm going to create a page where I can post this calendar. So I'll click on Pages, and then I'll create a new page, and I'll call this Calendar, and click on Create. Now because that was code, I can't just paste it here. I'm going to switch my views, and I'm going to paste it into this code area. Control V. Everything is pasted in there the way I want it. I'll click on Save Changes. And now when I click on this calendar option in the right, I should see that calendar. So if I go back to my Google Calendar, and let's add something to each one of those calendars. Oh, here I am. I'll go back to calendar. So let's go to my assignments calendar. And I'm going to add something. Let's go to back to today. I'm going to turn off my main calendar so I don't get distracted by that. And I'm going to go to, let's see, turn off sections, turn off section 1, turn off events, and I just have assignments. Okay, so with just assignments, I'm going to go to tomorrow. I'll add an event, make sure it's added to assignments, and let's say paper due. And create the event. And then I don't have to come back here. I'll show you a trick. Let's say I also have a meeting for section 1 on this date. So I can click here, and I can change the calendar from this drop down arrow, and I'm going to go to section 1, and I'm going to say class meeting, and create event. Now the last one, I had assignments, paper due. Here's an event. So I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to click the drop down arrow, add it to events, and this will be, let's say, a forum. That's for all of the sections. It's a forum that's going to be for all of the sections. So I click on create event. Now I have those 3 separate events. Let's see if it showed up in our campus calendar. So I'll go to calendar dates here. I'm going to refresh this page. And there they are. All 3 of them are showing up on this Canvas calendar, or this Google Calendar that's embedded in Canvas. Now I'm going to repeat those steps so that I can add another section, or add another calendar with the same events, but the section 2. Go back to my calendar. I'm going to go back to assignments, and I'm going to share this calendar. And I'll click on calendar details, come down here and customize. And this time I'll choose assignments, I'll choose events, but instead of section 1, I'm going to choose section 2. Now I'm going to remove the title, change my size to my 1020 by 760, update HTML, copy all of this HTML, and instead of this course, the Dan 101, I'm going to now embed this into the next course, which is training blogs. Go to training blogs, go to pages, create a new page, call this calendar, create. I need to switch views so that I'm into HTML code view, switch views, paste the code here, click on save changes, and when I click on calendar, I should see the calendar. And you'll notice that it doesn't have the section 1 meeting time. Let's go back to my calendar, and I'm going to go back to calendar, and this time I'm going to go to section 2 and add a meeting time for section 2. So here we go. I'll click on the event here. I need to change my calendar to section 2. And let's say class meeting. Click on create event. Now when I go back to my Canvas calendar and I refresh this page, there it is. So I have a class meeting specific to section 2, but the paper due calendar from the assignments calendar and the forum date from the event calendar. That is a way to create unique feeds using common calendars that need to be in different sections of a Canvas course.